Hey guys, Ed from Paranormal Link, Ohio here, back at it again with another podcast episode. Tonight's podcast episode is Paranormal War and Ghost Stories. With a history as old as the United States itself, there is no doubt that there are plenty of ghost stories from the U.S. military's almost 246 active years to keep you up at night. From the watery graves to haunted houses, sites of battles and ghoulish residents of military leaders long gone are ripe for spiritual and sinister happenings. So guys, I'm going to tell you 6, maybe 7 stories tonight about some paranormal U.S. history with war and military. So first we're going to talk about the USS Hornet. The USS Hornet and her crew served in World War II and the Vietnam War, achieving numerous awards for service and operations. She also was the prime recovery ship for Apollo 11 and 12 missions. During her active years, about 300 crew members died from accidents and suicides. Visitors to the ship's permanent location in San Francisco report hearing voices and seeing apparitions of soldiers. Electronic equipment is also known to go haywire on board. Now the host of the ghost tours, the USS Hornet holds the title of the most haunted ship in America. The next one we're going to talk about, guys, is the watery grave of the USS Arizona. Next up is another haunted World War II era Navy ship, the USS Arizona. When the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, the Arizona became a mass tomb for the 1,102 that perished with her. She serves as an underwater graveyard and memorial to those that died during the tragic event. However, many believe that the dead did not go in peace and still haunt the area. Today, officers blame a ghost called Charlie for many of the eerie happenings near the USS Arizona. This famous apparition is reportedly harmless, only turning on water faucets and causing heavy doors to swing open and closed. Another ghost, however, inspires more fear. One of the sailors who abandoned his post during the bombings allegedly haunts the deck of the ship at low tide, inspiring fear and sadness in visitors to the memorial. Next up on the list is Fort Leavenworth. U.S. Army Garrison Fort Leavenworth is widely considered one of the most haunted posts in America, though it's still actively used today. Residents and visitors claim that it is host to a myriad of ghosts that wander its buildings and grounds. One of the more famous haunts is General George Armstrong Custer, who is said to roam the general's residence while also haunting another site on this list. Though he did not die here, his spirit is said to remain after he was found guilty of mistreating his troops and deserting his command. But some buildings are more haunted than others. The Rookery at 14 Summer Place is considered both the most oldest and most haunted. The U.S. Army reports numerous incidents that have happened to Rookery residents, including missing items, unexplained noises, spectral visitors, and more. One of the ghosts is said to be a woman with long hair who attacks residents by clawing at them with her fingernails. Another haunted site is the St. Ignatius Chapel, which has been rebuilt multiple times due to fires. A house now stands at the first location of the chapel, but residents have claimed to see the ghost of a young priest who died in a fire. As for the rebuilt chapel, it unexpectedly burned to the ground again in the year 2000. Next on the list is the never-ending Battle of Little Bighorn. Though the Battle of Little Bighorn happened in 1873, present-day visitors to the battlefield claim they can still hear and see the spirits of U.S. Army soldiers and Native American warriors fighting. Now a cemetery and national monument, it is no surprise that this site of such death and violence is haunted by those that pass there, including U.S. Army General George Armstrong Custer. I told you he's going to pop up on this list again. Stonehouse, the late 19th century cemetery caretaker's house located there, is home to many apparitions, including mutilated soldiers and headless cavalrymen. The Crow tribe called those that lived in the house during the 1800s ghost herders. They saw the flag the caretakers raised and lowered as a signal for spirits to come out at dusk and then return to their graves at dawn. Next up is the Jefferson Barracks. Missouri's Jefferson Barracks are now home to the Army and Air National Guard, but a spooky sentry with a bullet hole through his head allegedly still confronts soldiers in the barracks headquarters. Legend has it he still thinks he is on duty during a munitions raid and believes the living soldiers are his enemies. A soldier was once so scared by the bloody sentry that he left his post and the Army altogether, according to the story. Another older story tells of a Halloween party at the Veterans Hospital in part of the barracks where a Civil War-era ghost made an appearance. A man in a strikingly realistic Civil War officer's uniform made an appearance before the party's host. When the host asked him how he liked the party, the man was rude and then disappeared. Later, when the host asked about the guest, no one knew him or anyone who wore that costume to the event. Next up is a good one. I mean, I read this and I did my research about it, and it is an amazing tale, guys. Monster in the Mountains is what it's called. Though this might not be a story based in the United States, this chilling tale deserves an honorable mention for being truly terrifying. During World War II, a remote village in Switzerland became the site of strange happenings. When a British company of soldiers stayed there, wood, tarps, and valuables began disappearing, which were dismissed until a child went missing. When more children as well as a private from a British company disappeared, rumors of a monster spread. One night soldiers saw a mysterious figure and chased after it, thinking it was the being that preyed on the village. Thought they never caught the figure. The soldiers discovered a cave, shots were fired from inside of the cave, and the soldiers returned fire. Upon pressing further into the cave, soldiers found the body of a British private who had been shot through the heart. He was surrendered and surrounded by the half-eaten bodies of the children that went missing. I meant to say surrounded, guys. Again, I can't read my own handwriting sometimes. But that last one is just insane. Is a beast that was eating children. I mean, could it be another Nephilim that we talked about before? So, guys, I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. And you know what? I'm going to throw another one in there. This story comes from an anonymous source who said they was in the Middle East and they was getting into a firefight and they saw what they believed was an enemy combatant coming at them. They point their guns and their rifles at it, fired upon it multiple times, and when the dust kind of went away, there was nothing there. There was no body. There was no spent AK-47 rounds coming from his rifle that was shooting at them. They have no idea what they came encounter with. But you guys hold it to yourselves if this is all real or just make-believe. I believe it's all real. I have an open mind. And some of this stuff is just too crazy to say that it's not real. I mean, think about it, guys. I mean, all the bad things that happen on these places, the ships, the land, everything. Something bad is bound to be stuck there. So, again, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. And you can always go to ParanormalIncOhio.com. There you can check out our main business page. There you can check out some old ghost hunts and ghost stories. You can check out our crystals, our bracelets, our necklaces, our pins, our pendants, everything. And you can check out the healing powers of our crystals there as well. You can also get our sage bundles there for all cleansing needs. There you can go to Paranormal Inc. Ohio group. That is our group page on Facebook. There we discuss everything paranormal. You guys give me ideas for shows. I do the research and I make the shows. Sometimes I give you a shout out. Sometimes I have you on the show itself. Then you can go to Paranormal Inc. Ohio on YouTube and TikTok. There you can check out some old ghost hunts and ghost stories. I'm starting to upload podcasts onto YouTube and partial podcasts on TikTok. That way everybody can just go to all the podcast platforms you can find is where Paranormal Inc. Ohio is on. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night at 10 p.m. I have a new episode on all podcast formats. Every Thursday night I go live on Facebook for a discussion into the paranormal. And every Friday night is Fear Friday Live, guys, where we do an in-depth discussion and sometimes we do live investigations. I have been doing investigations with the dolls. If you missed last Friday's episode, go check that live out. Ebby was going insane that night, and we caught a lot of good evidence. So, and again, I want to thank every single military veteran out there. You guys don't get enough, and I'm sorry for that. And I want to thank you for the sacrifices that you have done. Some gave the ultimate sacrifice, and thank you oh so very much for your service. So guys, again, I hope you enjoyed the story. You will hear me again tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.